Okay guys, so here in the green we've got green and brown. This goes to your wipers. So I've basically stripped this loom. On the main loom I've taken out the insulation tape. The loom goes up. So what I actually want to do is strip these wires as far back as possible, maybe somewhere around this point, and then from here I'll just double the wires back. And as you can see, behind this, where the cementation cluster goes, they've got two holes that goes directly into the drain tray of the engine bay, and that's where the wipers are. So I'll try and push the wires through there into the drain tray so the wiper wiring is sorted out. Okay guys, so I've stripped all the insulation tape off most of the wiring, and the reason I did that is since I'm rerouting the wiring, I'm going to take all the redundant wires and loop them up behind here and only put what I need into a single loom, or maybe two looms that's going into the engine bay. And the other reason for that is the loom that comes from the factory is made according to the route that it takes, which is through the firewall, against the chassis leg, and against the cradle. So the routing that I'm going to do is different. So the points at which the cables actually exit the loom are not where I want it to be. So you can use it as per factory, but then you would need to cut and extend and do unnecessary wiring in my opinion. So I'm just trying to make as little work as possible and make it as neat as possible. So that's why I'm going this route. Okay, let's see where we go from here. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've made labels here. Let's focus in. 1 and 1, 2 and 2. So when I cut the wire in between and I'm joining them, it won't be an issue. I know exactly where the wires go. So let's cut this here. So as you guys can see, I know exactly where the wires go. Today we're going to put in the grommets on the fender wall today. I've got two grommets here. This was an original harness on the metal plate that goes through the firewall. This as well. So this was next to each other on the metal plate on the velocity harness. I'm not sure which one I will use yet, but for now I'm using this also that I purchased from Leroy Merlin. It's a metal also. As you can see, 51mm. As I said, I got it from Leroy Merlin, so let's give it a whirl. Okay guys, please be careful. As you can see, I nicked the existing wiring on it, so I'll just have to sort it out. But yeah, just took it nice and easy as it was biting in. Just have to rub all of this down. So yeah, it worked. Let's check this on the inside. Okay, here we are on the inside, and here's the wiring harness that we nicked. Okay, let's try and put the grommet in. Sorry guys, keep on moving to portrait mode. Oh, let's get that out. Okay guys, here's the grommet. So I had to cut the grommet to take it out of its initial mount. So what I'll do is I will put some thicker flakes here, and I will, after wiring, I will thicker flakes this entire area. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Okay guys, now we need to treat the bare metal here. I've sand it down to 100% paper, all the sharp edges out, and I'm going to use this anti-coat trusting DTM direct to metal paint like stuff. Okay, I'm not going to use a brush because it's such a small area, so I'm just going to use this piece of tissue. Okay, be quite liberal with it. Make sure you get the inside as well. Okay, that's done. Okay guys, I forgot that I bought these grommets a while back. These are actually purchased from Dictator along with this cloth tape and quite a number of other things. So this actually fits in perfectly. It's actually labeled engine wiring harness grommet on their site and fits perfectly. So I think this will actually fit for purpose and will work much better than what I wanted to. So I'll use these. I repaired the wiring on the inside. Guys cannot even. Sorry guys, it's very dark. But yeah, the wiring harness is repaired. I use cloth tape and you can't even see what's been done there. Sorry for the state of my garage. Yeah, let's carry on. Guys, so I've made a hole in the front. Normally you'd like to make a hole here and go underneath inside here, this little area all the way across, but unfortunately this car has been choked reinforced and the radiator has been dropped to make clearance through the throttles, so it's a bit different. So what I've done is I've made a hole here that is directly below the battery tray, so it's slightly different. And I've thought about it. Normally this is in front, kind of like your pyro fuse, protects your entire harness. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the battery here, a single wire, because I'm trying to neaten it up, with an inline fuse, car audio fuse. It's going to go down here into a distribution box, which I will make and I'll show you guys. And then a single wire will go into the cabin, and I will mount my box, another distribution box somewhere here. Therefore, in future if I need power, it will be easy. I'll just tap from the box. And then this here, you've basically got 3 wires. You've got 1 and 2, which go to your fuse box and your ignition. Then you've got a loop, and then you've got your 3rd wire, which goes to the starter. So instead of being connected directly to the battery, it's connected to the starter, which is connected to the battery. So indirectly, it's connected to the battery directly. Indirectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this here, because I've seen lots of issues where guys get corrosion and they cause us acting up. So I'm going to mount it in here. The ignition and the fuse box wiring will easily go across, and then my starter wire will go through. That will be the only wire going into the engine bay. As you can see, I've pulled one of the wires through. I would have liked to have joined it here because I'd like to keep my joints inside the cabin, away from exposed areas. But unfortunately, the cable that I've recovered from the other harness with my routing will not be long enough, so I will have to, the joint will appear somewhere here. But guys, I'm going to be putting this in trunking and piping, so it will be properly shielded. So unfortunately I have to do that, but yeah, so that's my thoughts for now. Sorry guys, a bit of confusion on my side again. Sorry, I'm just rushing. So as I said, 2 wires will come out, but that's incorrect. Actually, 1 wire is the main power, and as I stated before, there will be a junction box in here which the main power will be tapped off, so this will be pushed back. The only wire that will come out is this wire here, which goes to the fan. So there will be only 1 wire going to the front. Once again, sorry for that. Okay guys, so normally I use a 30 watt iron, which is a iron that's used for electronics. So unfortunately here with thick wires, we could have to use something bigger, so I went out and bought a 100 watt iron. As you can see, I'm attaching a much thicker wire than is required. Unfortunately, that's only wire I had from the harness, so we'd rather have thicker than thinner. So this is okay guys, so as you can see, we've soldered this. Put a bit of excessive heat on it, but yeah, we'll heat shrink it now. Okay guys, so I put heat shrink. Unfortunately, heat shrink was a bit big, so but it worked, and I put double layer of insulation tape. So yeah, this is good to go. Okay guys, so we've got the wiring harness for the engine. Not the engine, sorry, excluding the engine. a light switch or starter, stuff like that. The wires are through. As you can see, on the end of each wire I have put a label. So I put a label. If I was cutting this wire, I put a label on either side and cut in between. So as you can see on this sensor for the temperature switch, it goes to number 19 and number 18. So I just need to find 18 and 19 here and reconnect it, and some of the connections are fine.